That's about it.
This is Aliens versus Avengers, and they had like 5 variant covers. I put them aside. If you don't want to, we can just put them on the shelf.
I'll take a look at. I'll probably grab 2. I mean.
I know usually Aliens has 2. This had a bunch of them, and I didn't want, I put them aside, but it says he may not want all these, and I'm okay with just throw them on the shelf, and we're all right with that. I mean, that's an awful Captain Marvel picture, but it looks like there's lips here or something coming out of her side of her face. It looks like a...
Okay, so we're going to say,
vagina.
Aaron, he's filming. You can't say that. Well, you can, because it's technically a good term.
Well, that's right. That's why I said that term. I didn't say the bad term.
All right, I like these 2. I'm not a big fan. Oh, yeah.
All right, yep.
This has got some awesome write-ups.
Yeah, the first issue was great.
I haven't... Biker Mice from Mars, mine. Nice House by the Sea. Okay. Frankenstein, finally. Yay. Okay. But I didn't take... What is cover A? Oh my God, this is cover A?
Does it say... Is there 1 on the end of the...
Well, it doesn't have a variant on it.
Okay, yeah, then that's cover A, yep.
That should have been cover A.
That's nice, huh?
That's... Yeah, I'll be pissed if I don't get cover A.
I mean, some of the stuff's just filler stock, like old $4 Daredevils and stuff like that. I got some $3 Action Comics. So, I mean, these X-Men #1s aren't anything he's probably interested in. Let me pull some of this out so we can...
I got 2 more issues of Peter Porkchop. I'm on a run now of Peter Porkchop.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I got a couple weird... I didn't know... I was priced up a couple of these Action Comics, and there was 2 of them that were like... A couple that were money. I guess one was him with Big Bada or something. Some porn thing or something or whatever. And then there was one... It was a controversial issue, this one here, with Wild Dog. Because it was...
Interspecies erotica?
No, they used the word in it. Right? And homophobic things. There was a big protest. Someone had AIDS. And there was a big protest. You kill it. And
there was a sign in
the thing, in the anti thing, which that's what happens at protests like that. Especially, this was made in...
So it's basically like the Elektra... Right, not having that little line to indicate a G-string, and like it was like, oh, it's full nudity.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so they took those off the shelf, then they made a little line, and like, oh, now she's in a G-string, so it's not full nudity.
Right. So that was like supposedly a controversial... It wasn't controversial in 1980 something when people were dying of AIDS, and at that time they said it was the gay disease. It's...
This is right around the same time that Dead Man was in the Action Run, so
I was actually shocked to see that was actually... Then it says controversial issue, and I started looking through. I go, where is it? And then it was at the beginning. Actually, there was a protest. I go, that must be what everyone's got their panties in a bunch of for. It's here's a box, and like I said, it's not all I was thinking of you, because I'm sure these X-Men #1s aren't.
You can take mine if you want them.
There's Champions in here, but after we come by this... Oh, I got a Cyberfrog #1. We read... I carried this book all the time. Yeah, it's...
was it Harsh Realms? Was Harris as well around the same time? I like that.
Yeah. I mean, I miss Ethan Van Sciver in comics. I know he still does Cyberfrog. I think he does it like Kickstarters and stuff like that. But his Green Lantern artwork was awesome. Yeah. I mean, I miss that he's not doing regular comics anymore. Unfortunately, you didn't get a chance to look at these because someone saw them as I bought them and wanted them. I mean, they're Western books. I don't. Yeah. All right. So.
Yes and no. I sometimes buy Western, but not really. Yep. I think I'm stopping by Western until I get the Jonah Head.
And then these are Daredevils too.
I'll get.
Yep.
Hey, look at that. Okay, so I'm like. Just hit Champions. I'm 3 books in, and I'm like, I've got 1 through 6 of Champions, and then 8 through 13.
Yeah.
And the first book I pulled, 7. Perfect. Think about that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No, I want him to be able to buy more comic books. We don't need his wife to watch the show.
Yeah, that's absolutely the exact opposite of what you want.
Yeah, because he won't be coming down here anymore. Yeah, she doesn't need to be watching this show.
Why did someone have to make a smiley face on the moon? It's going to take that Ali guy completely out of it, because if they use him, they should use him by schooling his daughter, right? Who is a character already, right?
Yep.
And then you could have Wesley Snipes schooling his daughter, hooking up with what's her name there, Bloodstone, and really do an incredible thing. Like, because we already got Elsa Bloodstone in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You do Wesley Snipes and his daughter, and then you got half of the anti-Midnight Suns right there.
Right.
So you could have a lot of fun with that. But
Hey, that's smart thinking.
I know, but like people won't listen to me.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm pretty good on these. I might change my mind on one of them.
Okay.
I did have the second appearance of Blade.
Okay.
I knew I had an early one. I just didn't know which one it was.
Did you want to look at these Daredevils?
Let me calculate up.
Okay, sure.
Here
Oh, you know I let you hold them till next week or the week after.
I know, but I don't want to. Like if they're commons,
Right.
I can pick them up whenever. If
Right.
somebody else needs them, I hate to have them sitting there. We need to be making money on them that week.
I get it.
I'm trying to work with you here.
Yeah. And I'm like I said, I'm okay. I'm okay taking care of you. You know, that's what friends are for. You're on the pecking list, the pecking order.
I mean, you can find Golden Age books. I mean, obviously Disney is a dime a dozen. You can pick that up anywhere, or westerns. But superhero ones, you can't find any superhero from the Golden Age. Even ones you've never heard of are like ridiculous in price. No, I didn't hear that. Really? Yeah, that's not going to work. Maybe it'll work. You'll have to lose some weight and muscle tone though.
The plastic guy, they'll just CGI him skinny or whatever.
I mean, I mean, as much as I love Serenity or Firefly, putting Captain Reynolds as Guy Gardner, I don't know how that's going to work out.
Well, first of all, Guy Gardner is one of the biggest dicks in comic books.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that guy play a dick in pretty much anything.
Even like he could be sarcastic, but a dick, I don't know if if they're going to try to tone down Guy Gardner, which I could probably see that. I've lost 2 auctions now for a EC Panic #1, right? Like Panic for some reason. I mean, obviously it's not a horror title. Did it come out the exact same time as Mad? Did it come out like a couple of issues before Mad, a couple issues after Mad? I wanted just to see if I could bang out all 9 of the Panics because they seem to be reasonable money. 2 Panic #1s I've lost on eBay right now. One of them was at $11, right, with 1 minute left to go. Ended up going for 136. I threw 105 at it.
Yeah.
It should be in good plus condition, somewhere around 130, 140. So I figured come in at 105, and then I'm hedging my bets a little bit on it. Guy come right over me, and this is all in the last 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And the other one I lost because I'm like, there's no way it's going to triple in price. It was like at $20 and I threw 60 at it, right? And that went for over 100 too. And I'm like, but even though $100 for an EC pre-code, right? Any EC pre-code should be bigger bucks than some of them are, but the horror ones are obviously out of control.
Yeah. Now, and I hope you don't have these because I was very happy when I found them. I was surprised at the prices with what these go for. Reason why I have so cheap is because when you pull it out, you feel it. It almost like it got pushed in, but you can feel it. You can't really notice it bad.
So it presents well.
Yeah. Only 2 issues.
I've been looking for those.
Now this here. That's the bag. That's not a crease down the book. But you see where this is? See, like there's a crease here.
Yeah, that's a corner drop.
Yep. And same thing with.
Oh, I'm in.
All right.
Yep. Thank you. That is awesome.
I was looking for magazines for someone else who gave me a list, and I found a Deadly Hands of Kung Fu that he needed. I go, wait, I have some more magazine stuff. I think I may have some horror stuff in here. I'm going through. I'm like, yes, Nightmare on Elm Street from Marvel Comics too.
I've been looking for these. I actually missed an auction that had both of them, and I'm like, I don't really care if they're minty, right? As long as you know me, like anywhere between 5.5 up, I'm good, And like these are perfect. They're right in the same wheelhouse as like the Punisher ones I bought from you, like all those magazines. So yeah, they're all about the same grade. I'm good, and I'm like that. The price, perfect.
Even with this ding, I know, because I know what I saw what they're going for. I mean, there's some that like a mint, and they're in the hundreds. Like this is, yeah. If it wasn't going for you, and they were just going up the wall, they'd go up for more. But I mean, like I said,
these are gorgeous.
That's
I love them.
that's the friend of the friend of the palace discount. You know, it's all new stories, though it says.
I know for a fact I did these in magazine format so they could get away with not going by the comic code, right? Because there's no comic code on
Yep.
it.
Does it look all right with you? Even I mean, I guess there's a little browning here. You know, yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, the cheaper the paper, the cheaper magazine paper, you can't get away from that.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
The artwork's good too.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
And if you want, because of who you are, you give me a week. I'll color it in for you too. All right.
Yeah, I'll give you your tape back. Got my Freddy Krueger coloring
Even on the
books.
back, it's an ad, like an ad for. I mean, it's not even a back. It's not even like a normal.
Yeah.
It's with the way the back is. It's almost like it's a fanzine, you know, where they put a bunch of just ads on the back and whatnot.
That's funny. Excellent. Okay, now I'm broke again. I'm done. Unless you got something else you gotta show me. I gotta do look at the walls.
Yeah.
I haven't even looked at the walls.
That's all I get. That's all I've got for you.
A lot of stuff. Getting my Scotty Youngs for the week. Always buy Scotties. I read that first one. It was pretty good. I haven't started this yet, but I love the first one. So we're going with that. I buy Detective Comics, but I don't even read it anymore. Something interesting I threw in my box, and I might want to revisit those at some point, so I'm going to pick them up. I just made a suggestion to those guys. I want to see if I can find it here, if it's still this. The best book I've read in at least a year. The first, I was just telling those guys, the first story, perfect. I didn't see the ending coming. I highly recommend this for anyone who likes. This is actually a horror book. I don't know why it's billed as a science fiction. Dude, it's killer. I highly suggest this, as well as the other EC stuff, but this is the best out of all the EC stuff. Awesome.
Nice.
So that's my recommendation.
See the guy who was with the Phantom, like the Phantom's companion or what? I forget. Look at the face. I was never a big fan of either the Phantom or Mandrake the Magician. But it's sort of funny, like every once in a while, you know, the old King Features, newspaper comic strip heroes try to transition to actual comic books. And it never seems to last more than a year or two. But I'm sure someone will contradict me on that. See, I never bought into the Phantom as a comic strip. I just couldn't see a guy running around in tropical Africa in long johns. I just, and I think that when I was a kid, the plots were too difficult to get into in the newspaper comic strips.
Most definitely.
You know, there was like no real entry point that sort of assumed that you knew the character, you knew the character's background, and you also knew what happened in like the previous year or so of continuity in the comic strips.
And you could read Prince Valiant 10 times, and you still wouldn't make any sense. And you don't know where you were. I mean, that's when we were kids. You know, it didn't make any sense.
I got the regular Predator series. I've gotten, with Marvel, I've gotten all of those. The spin-offs I haven't been too excited about. Most of the Marvel Alien stuff is pretty good. And I'm getting Aliens versus Avengers because it has one of my favorite artists doing the book, Assad Ribic, and I'm not sure I pronounced that correctly. Yeah, that's his cover. And his stuff has this really nice sort of hand-painted feel to it, because you keep seeing the texture like it was filled in or something. So I'm not sure that he's doing his own coloring on this or not. So I'm trying to get to the credit page. which may be at the end of the book. Nope, there we go. Okay, as a color artist he regularly works with, and I think there's a possibility the book was like shot from his pencil drawings. I'm looking forward to that. You know, it sort of, you know, the artwork is so engaging for me. It sort of doesn't matter if the story isn't top notch, to put it nicely. You know, and his take on a lot of characters is that, you know, the Marvel characters is really different. I think it has more pages, but back that used to be just enough to push it to being a $5 book.
And 17 covers.
Yeah, $8. And Flash Gordon breaks my rule on not liking newspaper comic strip superheroes. You know, I thought he transitioned pretty good to comic books, but none of those really lasted a long time. I bought this because the review said that it had a real, you know, manga approach, you know, and it looks like it does. I'm a huge fan of the Max Fleischer Popeye cartoons. To me, there's no better animation than that. I just love them. They're just so kinetic. There's always something happening. If you know, Popeye would get into a fight with Bluto, and they'd be in an alley, and they'd be punching each other out as they walked up the side of the building on either side of them. It was just insane, you know.
It just happened to me.
Rook, Birds of Prey, Get Fury, a new Marvel Zombies book, Helen of Windhorn, Dawn Runner, which is really very much a Pacific Rim variant, I think. You know, everything that's in here is sort of, you know, basically taken from the Pacific Rim concept. So, but that wasn't completely original either. So, we'll see. Yeah. And the new X book to try. Okay. A Barry Windsor Smith cover that I really like. And this has a Basil Wolverton story in it. Basil is like one of the weirdest comic book artists ever. And how about these guys? Yeah, I'm sure this is from the originally ran in the 50s. I think Wolverton would make a really great Dick Tracy artist. You know.
Oh yeah, look, definitely Tracy all over.
Yeah. But if you go online, you will see other Wolverton stuff that's makes this look like a walk in a park. You know. Yeah. I have to say I'm detecting no detection of basement. Aliens versus Avengers is Valeria Richards apparently is 45 years old. So that means it's like 30, maybe 35 years into the future. You get to see old man versions of the current Avengers. Old man Bruce Banner, old lady Captain Marvel, old man Professor X. So I was right. These are like really super detailed pencils that are filled in with pencil for shading, given like a extra outline, but there's no inking for this book. Yeah. It's pretty uncommon. It's fairly uncommon. Old man Xavier, Professor X, but actually he doesn't look that much worse than Patrick Stewart, I gotta say. I really enjoyed the art in this book. Super dramatic, very well done. Part of that is Ribic has the same colorists working with him all the time, so there's sort of a team. And I think this is my favorite line of dialogue. Young lady, you are late. She responds, Bruce, I'm a 45-year-old woman who's been divorced twice because, and I quote, relationships are for people who are aware of and acknowledge the needs of others. So as you can see, I'm easily amused.
What's up, guys? How are
Hey.
you? Quite loquacious today. Verbose, even garrulous. If you want to use all the words of being very talkative. Did we get this one? There's this new.
That's the first issue.
It's a first. And this
Thought I'll look through it. It didn't look as...
this company's been doing some pretty good stuff. I like that. His Matt Wagner's artwork is okay. I'm not gonna go into this big like, oh my God, he's the best artist. But I like his stories because they're adult ones. He doesn't worry about offending people with swears and some nudity and all that. He just, it's just like real human life type of stuff. Oh yeah, so this is new, isn't it? I like his other stuff, not for me, that one, that's probably why. I like Lemare's work, so most likely I'll be getting him.
Yeah.
Remenda, who's the other guy? Colin Bunn.
I think, his art is sort of primitive. His choice of images, it's like the editing of them. He's a good storyteller.
Did you read the Fish Flies one? I like it.
I didn't.
I did it. I got them all, and I kind of liked it, even with his screwy artwork. I thought it was all right. So I'll see. I'll give it one. We'll see how it goes. Is this a new one? This must be a new one. Boy, they're milking this Keanu Reeves thing. I can't wait to see the movie. It's got to be coming.
It's a pricey book, but it's like buying two comics, and the whole story is there.
I like doing. I like
The
doing.
whole story is.
Yeah.
What you learn is that there's like a secret organization that's
Out to get him all the
manipulating
time.
Berserker to make changes in history.
He is unkillable and unsolvable, and he comes back from a
Yeah.
puddle of blood.
Yeah, but there is like a
someone
secret
behind.
organization that's like
Why not?
arranging for him to be in specific places at specific
But
times.
why not? This one
affect
was.
history.
Did you read that? That one's good. The Russian.
Yeah.
I like the Russian stories that come out with comic books. They're pretty cool. This one probably ending soon. It's kind of a little bit of fluff about devil kids, devils, vampires, and werewolves. I like these Blade Runner ones. I've been reading those. This one seems like a pretty good story again.
I liked that sort of a Robinson Crusoe on Mars kind of variation.
Did you read Traveling to Mars? I liked that one when he was
I
on.
wasn't too big a fan.
No, I liked it. I liked it with his little Stevie Ray Vaughan hat and all that, how it did it. Oh, what's this one? Duck and Cover. Did I get this already?
That's the first issue.
I don't know. I'm a sucker for a first issue because then if I like it, I'll buy more. If I don't, Oh, this looks. Oh, Distillery. These books are amazing how they put them out, but you gotta like this art. It's a little watercolory. A lot of people might not like that. It actually looks like it shifts around.
There could still be digital, and they just
Well, they're using
use
some
a
kind of
watercolor filter.
Yeah, I have a guy that does sketch cards for me, and he was the first one that ever did those like splotchy ink spot watercolor things. He did very well, Wilson Rivera.
Did you hear about the controversy about someone doing art for magic and using AI to do it?
No,
I think it was for Frost Giants or something.
That
like
can't go over very well.
It did not.
And somebody probably lost some jaw because of that.
Yeah.
You can't be. That's like a big thing, right?
Yep.
Their art.
Yeah, and he didn't use AI to sort of create the whole thing. He just used it to sort of fill in details and stuff, so.
Yeah, he made it easy. It's still.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing drawing on your lines on a computer, you're still drawing lines. You're not letting the computer say, you know what, I'm tired. Let's you and me go get a beer, or let's go watch, Game of Thrones, and the computer's just okay. I'm just gonna churn this out. I've got nothing better to do. I'm stuck in this computer all day, so I might as well use my AI. This one was kind of the Atomic Family. This guy's kind of a jerk. I like him.
Yeah, I gave that a shot, but
Yeah.
I tried the number one, but it was.
Yeah, this is number one still.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
it's
an
a,
alternate.
It's a second. It's a second printing.
Yeah.
So the old Savage Sword, what's kind of cool though, because they bring back Solomon Kane, and they'll probably bring back Brad McMorn, all of these different characters that everybody forgets about Robert E. Howard, what he did. I don't know what this guy did. He died when he was like 38. How many stories that he would have cranked out? Imagine dying, and any of these guys dying when they're 30s. This guy creates a whole science, a whole world.
Yeah, a couple of different.
A couple of different worlds. And I really like Brad McMorn because he was in Africa, and usually Africa ones are usually really good. Oh, Neil Adams. Very perfect for him because Neil Adams always had that tall, rapier, thin type of hero, how he drew it.
For which character?
Brand
Or Solomon?
Solomon Kane. That was one of his things. I can remember it vividly right now.
Yeah, I have a early compilation of the Solomon Kane stories with the awesome Jeff Jones cover.
He liked doing it too, Jeff Jones. Yeah, there's even a Solomon Kane movie. Not the best. It's very hard.
I tried watching.
Very hard to find it, and there must be a reason why, because it kind of sucks. When I think about that, my dad must have liked comics, and my brothers must have.
Maybe your father probably liked the fact that you were reading, even whether it was yeah. Maybe he did like comics. He just didn't read them with you, whatever.
My middle brother was the sports guy. My older brother was a super duper genius, too much for himself.
This came out a couple weeks ago.
I don't think I have that one. No, it's not the Bullets one.
No, that was a one shot. The Bullets one.
So then I don't think.
Well, I can imagine happening.
Oh, jeez, I can't even.
I'm still the sucker for the Savage Sword.
So we got 68, please. This series has been around for a long time.
I like his art, and I like the stories about her. She's kind of funny. She's powerful, and because I've only kind of caught some of those backstories, but she's pretty badass if you really think about it. Because they had her cooped up, and they don't know where she came from, and when she snaps, she snaps.
That works nice too.
Yeah,
we're really nice.
Yeah, like mechanical stuff.
Yeah. Addiction, death of your life. Archer and Armstrong. Essentia. All right, that's enough. Yeah, I was feeling it.
Count the nose hairs.
Yeah. Dark Soul Side. Ninjak versus Roku. Profane.
Yes.
Pedestrian. Red Before Black.
Yes.
Yep.
Space Ghost.
Yes.
You Won't Feel a Thing. City Beneath Her Feet. Oh, that's some promo thing. Forget it.
That was what Sonia said about Conan. I didn't feel a thing.
What's that? Oh. I just what you said. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Number 2. Yep.
Yeah, please.
Issue number 1 was really good.
It's fabulous.
I don't even care about the Ninja Turtles. I think I've read 3 Ninja Turtle comics my whole life. I could care less about them. That one was great.
Best freaking
Yep.
thing they've ever done.
Yep.
They should do more like that.
Oh yeah. Yep. I agree. It would actually get me to read another Turtles book. Godzilla or Zilla. Here There Be Dragons.
Yep.
Here's one. Dazzler. There's one. There's a good chance I may not be bringing home. I get kid. I have 2 shits about Dazzler. Godzilla versus the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
That never goes the way I wanted to. He never stomps them.
No, he doesn't.
You should just eat them like snacks.
Yeah, I totally agree. Stomp them, eat them.
That's not a Zilla. That's just a fucking fake.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. But I mean,
Eat pig.
that's right. Uncanny X-Men. That book was good.
Is that the Gail Simone?
Gail Simone, yeah.
Yeah, I want that.
Yep, that was good. I've liked a lot of Gail Simone's work for years now. Venom, Venom War, Wolverine, Venom Separation Anxiety, Venom vs. Reborn. What the hell is with all this Venom crap?
There's a Venom movie coming out soon.
Yeah, but in 1 week, you know, it's
Venom Wolverine like a one shot maybe.
Maybe, but
yeah, it's either one shot or it'll be like a 3-issue series. It's part of the Venom War.
yeah, the Venom War is over a few months or something.
Yeah.
3 months, right?
It's like a Blood Hunt type of series.
Masters of the Universe. The Masked Marker? M-A-C-H-E-R. Macher?
Malacca?
Was there an L? M-A-C-H-E-R. There's no L, so it's not Malacca. All right, isn't that a Greek word?
Yeah, sure.
Ain't No Grave?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a Western and she's dying. She's trying to.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Batman 89 Echoes? Batman and Robin?
Yes.
Batman Gotham by Gaslight?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Unanimous.
DC versus Vampires, World War V. The DC versus Vampires, every time they've done them, they sell very well. You know, it's because it's better than Blood Hunt, which I'd really hate to say it because it's a DC, but it is. You know, it's
what, like 12 issues, 10 issues,
12. It is 12.
and it was all good.
Yep.
Every one of them was good.
Dead Eyes, The Empty Frames. I like that first series of Dead Eyes a lot. What are they called? Something Rabbit, Dead Rabbit or something Rabbit first, and then some restaurant sued them. They had to stop the production and rename the book and put it out. Something Rabbit.
Anything on Gun Hand?
Did I read Gun Hand
No.
off?
If there's anything you've heard, it's been a while.
It's late. It's supposed to be out in September, but again,
Yeah.
it was supposed to be out 2 months ago too. But yeah, it's supposed to be out. It's supposed to be out in September, towards the end of September. That's what it says for the possible ship date now. But I don't believe it until it's actually in hand. Yeah, it was a good book. What? You think that shit's funny?